Hello everybody and welcome back to the Grid Watchers podcast. My name is Chukemaster22 or Ollie and welcome to the 25th episode of this podcast series. And on today's podcast we will be previewing the Australian Grand Prix, the first one of the season. We are all super excited for the Grand Prix and we're discussing our predictions for the season, predictions for this race, sort of build up to the Australian Grand Prix, and we're also talking about the new tyres that are coming in, the updates Liberty Media are doing for the 2018 season, hopefully for the better. So if you do enjoy this podcast, don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you are new, and of course we are on iTunes, Android and Podomatic. If you want to listen to any of those devices, they will all be in the link below. If you do really enjoy the podcast, don't forget to share it out on all platforms, Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, whatever you want to share it out, go and do that. Would be fantastic for us on the podcast. Hopefully you enjoy. Let us know all the thoughts, your predictions and the Australian Grand Prix. Let us know in the comment section below on YouTube, and hopefully enjoy it, and I'll see you in a little bit. Hello everybody and welcome back to the Grid Watchers podcast. This is episode number 25, and on this evening's podcast we will be discussing the Australian Grand Prix, the build-up and some other topics relating to the first race of the 2018 season. And this evening I'm joined by the usual bunch of Rickson, Causa and Sasemba. Sasemba, you're back finally from your snowboarding holiday. How was it?
Yeah, great. Cold.
Great.
Cold. Let's just keep it at cold. It was minus 26 degrees.
Okay, yeah, let's go. Didn't enter yourself, break anything, blah, blah, blah.
No, I didn't break anything. I got back in one piece. So.
Good. That's what we like to hear. So, guys, the Australian Grand Prix this weekend is an early start for all of us. Are we ready?
Mervyn!
You seem more enthusiastic than, say, I do. You're like, yeah, it's first race season. I'm like, yeah, all right, let's,
I've been so bored on Sunday afternoons. I'm so glad it's back.
Sunday mornings this weekend for.
Yes, Sunday mornings. That's true. Yeah.
Oh, I'd be so tired.
Also, are we starting?
Race.
Is it now like on the hour or 10 past the hour, like they wanted to do?
10 past the hour.
Ugh.
For no reason.
I think it's 10 past 5 for myself, Causa and Rickson.
No, it's 10 past 6.
10 past 6. It's 10 past 7 for me.
Okay, so you get an extra hour in bed, luckily, Ken. So you
no, that's not how time zones work.
Oh shit! No! Oh no! Oh, that was a blunder, wasn't it? Oh, good job, mate. Right, well, that's going to go into the outcome bit. Right, so no, Ken does not get an extra hour. It's been a long day at university today. It's been a long day of grafting. So yeah, but so it's an early start for everybody this time round, unfortunately, us Europeans. But unusually, it came out yesterday. Australia are adding a third DRS zone onto the track, which I'd hope would promote better racing, but with the current set of cars and the dirty air, I honestly can't see anything changing on Sunday.
Well, they're basically admitting that the racing isn't good enough, so they have to add another DRS zone to sort of have. Having a DRS overtake is a bit like false overtaking, because you basically just made sure you stayed to the car in front, even if you're faster. So it's like admitting that the racing isn't that great wheel to wheel.
Oh, have you also seen the location where they want to add it?
It's after the fast left right, isn't it?
Yeah, just before turn 3. Remember that massive crash with Alonso 2 or 3 seasons ago?
No, that was already a DRS zone, Ken.
Oh, fuck me. I don't know.
Fucking knowledge. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, you see, I never was in DRS zone because I was always leading.
Fuck off, Ken.
Nice.
Wait, where are they adding the extra zone then? I'm so confused.
Fast left right.
It's turn 11 and 11.
Oh yeah. Just after turn 12, they want to start it. What a weird place to put it.
It's the other straight.
Oh, it's the only other straight, yeah. So they kind of have to put it there. But where else would they put it?
Puts it in a corner.
Put it in, I don't know, turn 1 for bands.
What? Just have a consistent DRS zone that goes all the way through.
Yes.
I can imagine there'd be a lot of crashes coming in turn 1 and 2.
That'd be amazing
if that were to happen. A lot of money. Yeah, I personally, it's going to be the same. Australian Grand Prix has never been a fantastic Grand Prix in the first place. It's always been a bit.
Last
as a
year there
first
were
Grand Prix.
3 overtakes.
3. Jeez.
Christ, this season's going to be so fucking entertaining.
Oh, the enthusiasm.
I mean, we do get the extra compounds now, so that might spice it up. Said nobody.
We've just got more tyres to try and go, well, they are now then. It's a stupid idea, isn't it? Like,
It is, yeah.
Because what they're doing is I think it's either that the super softs from last year are now the softs from this year, or the other way around, that the super softs from this year are now the ultra softs this year. It's something. They're scaling it a different way, but yeah, go on.
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah, we had enough tyres as it was, and now they're adding
super hard. Like, you can't say that at 7 a.m. in the morning.
Hard. It's ultra hard, isn't it?
No, it's wait, it's up. And then Hypersoft. I mean, I love the name. I love the name though, Hypersoft. That is a really cool name. But then just ditch some others. No, it's super hard.
You can tell they run out when they got to ultra soft, that they were then having to do a poll for names because they just didn't really know.
Next year is gonna be mega soft.
Yeah.
The thing is, ultra and hyper, they don't mean the same thing. I think they should have had soft, really soft, and really, really soft, and then we'd all been happy, all known what tyres are on, and been far easy to do.
Really
even
hard.
New
really,
people
really
to
hard.
F1, like, say you just tune in and you hear like, oh, Ricardo's out on the Hypersoft, you're like, wait, what? If you say Ricardo's out on really, really soft tyres, you're like, so he's gonna be fast.
Yeah, but that just doesn't sound. That sounds shit.
Yeah.
That sounds really shit.
But to be fair,
Hypersoft.
you can ditch anything from the mediums downwards. Just
What?
ditch it.
In fairness, having a ultra super hard whatever, they're just never gonna be put on a car, are they? There's no point unless you crash in lap 1 and go.
But even then,
make it
the
to the
softs
end.
are gonna last you till the end.
Yeah. It's
No,
a
wait.
stupid idea.
Mediums then.
Mediums, yeah.
Yeah, mediums.
You won't need the super R's, will you? It's ludicrous.
I think, do you know when we had that stage of tyres where it was the drivers couldn't push on them, so Pirelli went, okay, right, we'll fix them. But now they've overdone it now, and they can drive for too long on those tyres, and we've seen one-stop races over and over again, and I think Pirelli need to sort of bring it back down to where it used to be.
Well, the thing is it would have been... I think the tyres, in fairness, from my point of view, were perfect. The issue was that you couldn't overtake, because the drivers were then able to push on those tyres almost as hard as they wanted, which is what the drivers wanted, and then makes for better racing. But the fact that no one could overtake anyone meant that the whole tyre thing was just sort of stupid, because you could only overtake people by strategy.
Yeah, but we've gone from 2 choices, dries or wets, to 2, 4, 6, 7 dry choices. It's ridiculous. Just go hard, medium, soft. They're finished.
Yeah.
And maybe if you really want to go crazy, add maybe 1 more, only to be used in qualifying. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
What tyres are selected for this weekend then? Soft, super softs, and ultra softs.
Okay, that works. No Hypersoft. Australia is a vaguely tyre wear heavy track. Not that
Then
much.
Bahrain mediums, because it's hotter in Bahrain than it is in Australia, because fuck logic.
Yeah, the whole tyre thing, I think, is, again, they're trying to make up for the fact that the racing is bad, essentially.
I think Force India pumped in a bit of money because the pink Hypersoft tyres look good with their car. Maybe that's why.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think so, because they did it. They did the pink last year for breast cancer. That's why Sky had the whole pink layout and whatever. So I just think they went, all right, we got a colour now, and then just went from there.
Too bad the icy blue is the hard, because it looks really cool. It's like a really cool wall on the tyre, but no one's going to drive it.
No one's going to use it.
Yeah, like I think we've all said, it's too much now. But we'll have to wait. It might change. It might change. And some more news. we're all really excited about the new F1 sort of app where we could actually watch all the races. Well, firstly, myself, Rickson, and Alex can't watch it because we're in Britain. And secondly, it's been delayed. It's delayed. Today it got released. It didn't. You can't watch it yet. So they're trying to bring it in for Bahrain, I think. But I mean, how hard is it to get a streaming? It's just like, it's like Twitch or Netflix. It can't be that difficult.
No, but to do it legally is a lot harder than to do it illegally.
Yeah, but if F1 are doing it, they own the rights to everything anyway.
But
legally, there wouldn't be such an issue. But it's
the way it's set up and ran by a company outside of FOM, which means that they need all of the rights to use the FOM stuff. So they've got to get through that first, which I'm guessing they have. Then they've got to make sure they've got proper service to be able to have the coverage worldwide that isn't obviously on telly. So people are going to be streaming it through their fucking Wi-Fi. So they need to find the balance between people with insane Wi-Fi and people like me who have a fucking burger as a fucking Wi-Fi connection.
Yeah, the thing is, they need some time to sort that stuff out. Say, I don't know, maybe winter break. Oh, wait, they just had that.
They just had the whole time.
Do you think that it was a last-minute thing? They were like... because obviously nobody watches Channel 4 apart from the people who can't afford Sky.
That's me.
Yeah.
But,
you're
Welsh.
So. Yeah, I've got Sky.
Well, no, because I'm a student. It's nothing to do with it. We do have Sky in
You're
Wales.
Welsh.
I mean,
You imagine, it's like two fucking farmers. That's it. Some sheep.
Two sheep running around.
Do
you know the scenes where you had lots of people like crowded around a TV for like the football? That's what it's like in Wales.
Yeah.
But didn't that whole app thing that you could jump on board with whoever you wanted?
Yes.
Didn't that used to be like a paid feature for some channels? Because I think it was over here, or maybe on Eurosport.
On Sky Sports, there was a way for you to be able to view certain cars. And when it was on day, you used to be able to hit like the red, like the extras or whatever that was, as you were watching it, and you would be able to switch and jump around. And they also had the app on the iPad as well.
All right.
That on, which that was the option before whatever this is going to be.
I'm with in the Netherlands, like my provider, like you've got what is it, BT and everything? Is that still a provider?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've got Ziggo, which is a Dutch company, but I looked it up and apparently it's owned by Liberty Media, because Ziggo's got the how do you say it? They got the monopoly of Formula One broadcasting. They're the only ones that can broadcast it in the Netherlands. And that's basically since they've been taken over by Liberty Media. So I'm not complaining because I'm with them. But I can imagine if you don't have a contract with them, you can't watch F1 for free anywhere.
I think with us in the UK, Sky own all the rights to the full Formula One in the UK until whatever day it is, and nobody is allowed to access it at all. So unfortunately, we can't watch it in the UK, and I think you can get around it with a different server or a proxy or something like that. But it's VPN, that's the one. But that's effort, and I might go to the effort to get it because at the moment, the majority of the time, I'm streaming it on some site that I find, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Because I can't afford it. I'm a student. I've got no money, so that's my only option currently.
Yeah, that's weird because I can watch. Well, like I said, I'm just lucky I'm with them because I got like HD with proper interviews and everything. So it's just weird that it's so different like per country.
I wanted to sort of finish the podcast. I wanted to get
talk about cars. We talk about the fucking cars.
we've all talked about parts of the cars.
What is this podcast? Who is running this?
So Welsh, that's what it is.
Oh, I mean,
cars?
Just bring the racism back into it. So Australian Grand Prix.
the whites.
First race of the season. Predictions wise, what are we fancying?
Oof.
I'm gonna go to Rickson because he said least this podcast first.
What's this for? Quali or like fastest?
No,
cars,
just the top three.
Pole in the race.
all in the race. Okay. Hamilton pole, Hamilton to win, Vettel second, Ricciardo third.
Oh, it's New Year, same bullshit with the fucking Hamilton.
No, don't.
Sorry,
That's
he's
exactly the same
champion.
prediction
He's
I was going to
obviously
say. That's the same prediction I was going to say.
Yeah, he's champion. He's obviously still the fastest driver on the grid, and obviously still the fastest car. We know testing shows nothing, and we know it's going to be the exact same as it was last year, this year. Just apart from they've got hit like a fucking heavy halo on the car. That's the only thing that's going to change. I can promise you now, nothing's going to change from last year. Maybe Sauber will be a bit better than Toro Rosso.
And
What?
Williams will be
The fucking
worse.
champion.
I'm sorry, what?
Did you watch testing?
I think Sauber are
Rickson?
going to be better than Toro Rosso. There you go. I've
I
said
do
it.
believe, I do
he's
believe Sauber
so
are gonna be better than Williams. Haas, sorry.
No, Haas are looking good.
Williams are shit as well, to be fair. They've got awful drivers.
Wait, wait, wait,
Williams
wait.
are fucking shit.
Wait a second. We'll talk about this in a second, right? First of all, prediction for this Grand Prix first. Causa, what are you fancying?
In fairness, I was going to go exactly the same as Rickson, apart from potentially swapping Ricciardo for Verstappen.
Ayo.
And
Play
Ken,
West.
what are you going to go for?
Paul for Vettel,
Okay.
and
Yeah,
then
you're right.
race win. I am gonna go Hamilton. Vettel, Verstappen.
Okay.
Okay.
Got to
Interesting.
keep mixing up.
I'm gonna go with.
Ricciardo pole, Ricciardo win, Verstappen second. It's gonna be really
Almost. Yeah. No, I'm gonna put Verstappen to win, Ricciardo second, and I'm gonna put Brendan Hartley in third because he's close enough to Australia, being from New Zealand. so there we
Brendan
go.
Hartley.
I'm sorry, Brendan Hartley. Are you high?
What is going on?
Rebo. He looks like he's gonna. He wears like just like death metal emo music and like hangs out and smokes like under some bridge.
I also wanted to get your guys' predictions for the whole season. So I think I know what Rick's is going to say for the. So we start off with a title, a driver's title. I think Rickson, you're already going to go with Mercedes, aren't you?
Mercedes and Lewis for constructors and drivers.
Okay. I think it would be difficult not to say that, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm
Just
going to go
because
Mercedes and Lewis.
they're still ridiculously dominant.
Hmm.
They will be for the next few years. Although the only thing that I would is Red Bull maybe being a lot quicker this year than they were last year.
Red Bull are in the mix,
Maybe.
definitely. They're
I
in the
think
mix.
they're a lot more in the mix
Last
this
season.
year than they were last year. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Do we see anyone else trying to get in
Yeah.
to
Yes,
the win sort of
I
thing?
wanted to say someone else apart from Mercedes, just to be different.
Go on.
Ferrari and Vettel.
That's not.
Oh.
That's
It's not that different, but no, I see where you're coming from.
Well, I mean,
Say
yeah.
like Perez. I was like, oh, I like that.
Perez.
no,
And I mean,
Perez to do.
if Hamilton gets it again, it would be totally earned. But now we might actually, it might be a nice fight for it, and that would.
Yeah. It
Be
seems
good
like
for
a
the fans.
three-way fight, but I think Mercedes is just going to be too quick to overhaul.
Okay. I think I have to agree with Alex and Rickson here. I think it's going to be Hamilton and Mercedes winning title and constructors. As much as that pains me to say, but I think
It's just
it's gonna
ridiculous.
be- yeah,
You
it is, isn't it?
You don't realise how quick that car is.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
silly. The fact that they've managed to come all the way from when they had fucking Michael and Nico, like in like 2012 or whatever it
Yeah.
was. And they've managed to piece together an absolute machine in about 4 or 5 years. You know, where other teams have been very much kind of stale and the same length all these years. I used to
Yeah,
win for so many
those engine
years.
brakes came in and Mercedes absolutely destroyed that.
Yeah, I think with Mercedes they've got so much money and they timed joining with the development of the new car. They timed it perfectly. They could spend so much time developing the new engine reg, and they smashed it then.
Does Aston Martin have any say, or do they do anything at Red Bull at the moment, or not yet?
A little bit, I think, but not
much.
Not much.
They're basically in it now. So then they're in there for when the 2021 engine regulations. So then they can go, all right, we want to get in on that, and then they're already in.
So for the next choice, who do we think, driver and team, is going to be the biggest flop of the season?
Williams.
I think Lance Stroll and Williams. I think Sorokin will destroy him.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I am going to say McLaren.
Oh,
right.
I'm
They've
sorry.
They've been hyped up with this Renault engine, and I can guarantee it that it's not the engine that's wrong. I'll put money on it. It's the way the car's built.
So you're saying it's anything else apart from the engine?
Like, personally, I think that points, but it'll be a very boring season.
All right.
For them.
Kind of can see where you're coming from.
You can already tell that Nando's bored because he's doing all this other shit, taking weeks off during a race weekend to do other different types of fucking racing.
Yeah.
You can tell that he's bored. And the only reason he's still doing it is
from,
because he wants to earn the big amount of money.
I can actually see where Rickson's coming from, because the last 2 seasons we have had a right laugh with McLaren Honda be, the shit, and the Honda engine, and ditch the Honda engine, and ditch Honda this and that and that. Now that they have been ditched, what are they going to complain about now? Say Alonso breaks down and DNFs in the first 5 laps of the Australian Grand Prix. Then who are they going to blame? That's what I want to know.
Can I just say, if that happens and I've woken up at 6 o'clock in the morning to watch that, I will actually cry.
Imagine. I think I'm going to go. It's all relevant. I think Renault are going to be the biggest flop.
Oh, okay.
Well, no, because they said they're going to be up there in 2 or 3-4 seasons, and the way the Renault run their engine systems, Red Bull have already complained about Renault, and I just don't think they're still not where they should be. And I know it's relative, but I think Renault won't be where they should be. Again, Williams and McLaren, and potentially Haas as well.
Don't underestimate Sainz, though. Don't underestimate him.
He's a great driver. Yeah, I think he'll build, like Alonso did with the McLaren. He'll do a lot better than it should. But I just don't think that Renault's there.
And I'm pumped to see what Leclerc can do. I really love the Sauber livery, and I'm rooting for Charles this year.
I think he'll only outscore his teammate, though. I don't think Sauber will be that great. I think he'll just outscore his teammate, and then that'll be his job done.
Well, yeah.
But one team that's been hyped in pre-season is Haas. Everyone's going, "Oh my god, you're so good! You can get like a couple of podiums or whatever." I think Haas will be.
Yeah, not with that Baguette and Magnussen. You're not.
Yeah, it's just not. I think it's going to be mid-table at best.
Rexon, what do you want to say?
As well. I just thought I'd throw it in there. Americans can't make cars, so they're shit.
No, I totally agree. I totally agree.
I mean, if they want to make a car go in a straight line, they can do that. But when it goes around corners, it can't. No,
You can't.
They can't make cars. They can't.
Also, one team we haven't discussed: Force India. Are Perez and Ocon going to crash again a lot this season? I hope so.
I like Force India. I rate them.
I like Force India, but it was like watching. It was a bit like EastEnders, like Force India.
How do you know what EastEnders is?
How do you know how do you know what EastEnders is?
Jesus.
Because I'm a man of many cultures.
And EastEnders is one of those cultures.
Wow. Okay.
No, but
I think that's the biggest surprise of the season.
Right, let's then call it fucking Coronation Street. How about that? Yeah.
How does he know that?
What about Hollyoaks? What about Hollyoaks? Anyone? Hollyoaks? Anyone?
Yes,
No, but Force India, we're just like
casual racism at all.
Anyway, Force India. Shut up.
They were like a soap series one day. Like, what's gonna happen this week? Stay tuned.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. It's like they're going to crash, and then more often than not, you just go, they crash, and you go, they're not told to stay away from each other. I think they would sort it out for this season. I reckon because they were lucky that they found themselves in so many good positions, and that's why they ended up well fourth in the constructors.
Yeah.
So that cost them a lot of points.
I think Force India will just be there just again. They're not going to do anything more than they've done in the past. I think they'll just
Apply pressure.
Yeah,
that's it. Apply pressure.
Does anyone think? I know it's probably not going to happen due to his money, but does anyone think Stroll might get dropped like mid-season for Kubica?
No, he brings too much money into the team. I don't think he will.
That's one hand, bro. He's not going to do anything. I'm sorry.
The Terminator's not coming back.
Terminator is never coming back. Honestly, they've only brought him in because they needed like a veteran, or they needed somebody who kind of knows.
Yeah, he had some pace. It wasn't exactly slow.
But no, he was slow.
He was on pace in testing with two pretty much teenagers.
No, he wasn't though. He was slower on a quicker compound than Sorokin.
Sorokin's just a fucking flannel though, anyway. If you've seen him, ugliest guy.
You just ruined the integrity of the podcast by just. I mean,
in fairness, I think we ruined the integrity of the podcast by turning up.
I'm gonna get a new group of people in next week. Honestly, final prediction: the dark horse of the season. Who I personally think Toro Rosso.
Fucking Cronson.
Do we have to go with teams or drivers? Could it be a driver?
It could be a driver. I'm just going to team in general is going to be Toro Rosso.
I'm going Stoffel Van Dorn.
He's a nobody.
The kid can drive. I'm telling you, he can drive.
See, I think Danny Rick will get at least 3 wins this season. So I reckon he's going to be a dark horse as to how fast he is in that Red Bull.
Yeah, but he is one of the top 3 teams, so how much of a dark horse can you be then?
Yeah, but you don't expect Red Bull to get tons of wins because you expect Mercedes and Ferrari to sort of pretty much dominate that sort of win. You know, the sort of winnings.
Yeah, that's
I reckon him in that Red Bull is going to pull off some really good results.
Rickson?
I don't know. I think the good teams are going to be good and the shit teams are going to be shit. Like, I don't think there is going to be a dark horse. I mean, if I had to pick anybody, it'd probably be like Ocon, someone like that.
Okay.
I'm so set in the mindset that it's going to be the exact same this season as it was last season. I'm trying to stay like that, so I actually, some races, I'm actually like, oh, okay, you know, that was worth staying up for, or it was worth waking up early for, you know. Because last year I was like, oh, Hamilton's going to win easy, and he did. So it's like interesting. Like a different mindset and hope and pray that something different happens. Obviously, being a bit of an artist myself,
Sorry.
I wanted to know.
He gets some crayons out.
Boys thought of the new like timing screens and the new logo and the new overlay things. Personally, I love the new logo. It's definitely growing on me, but I think the font they're using is fucking silly. It looks like 15-year-old graphic designer on Twitter is pieced it together.
I agree with you on the logo. It's grown on me. It's simple, but it gets the job done. And the font is a bit like anything you find in any online Photoshop replica, like in the free packs, something like that.
You're right. You are right.
Yeah.
I also think it takes up a bit too much of the screen as well.
We'll have to see what it's like when they have the timing screens for races and stuff on, you know, Sky and things, because they might have tweaked it and bits.
I'm not a fan. I
but you're like 65 and you're used to it.
I'm
back in the day.
How am I? Ken's 4 years older than I am. How am I 65?
We're old, bro.
Just because you get cheaper tickets at Goodwood, he just tries to rub it in. Prick.
LOL. To be fair though, I can see why, because it's always been so simple and so clean, and now it's not at all. It's fucking mental. So we'll have to wait and see. But my hopes aren't that high.
Yeah, I've seen what it's like in the races, but like as soon as we first saw the logo, we were like, that is gross. But you've just sort of grown on us, and it's like, okay, this is the F1 logo.
It was disgusting. Like when it came out, it was just like everything was falling apart. Like the season was absolute shite. If you look back at it, it was shite, wasn't it? But you kept watching because you're a fan.
Yeah, no.
Then like, ooh, we're announcing a new logo, and you're like, please don't be that one, please don't be that one. And then they picked the ugliest one out of the lot.
Yeah.
I think the logo is really good.
It has grown on me, but when they announced it, I was like, why?
Yeah, no, I agree.
Better than the old one, and it will definitely appeal to more people.
So I think that just about rounds it off. We've gone off a little bit off topic at times here on the podcast, but I want to thank all three of you guys for being here tonight, and hopefully you guys listening enjoyed, and hopefully we have a good Grand Prix in the weekend. Hopefully my prediction comes through. I think Hartley will definitely get on the podium. We'll see. But if you did enjoy, like and subscribe. Of course, we're on iTunes, as I said in the intro. Hopefully it's a good Grand Prix, and we'll see you on Monday or maybe Sunday. It depends how much work I've got. But for the aftermath of the Australian Grand Prix, hopefully it's a good one. And we'll see you then. Good night.